Hey guys, I just wanted to check in with you real quick before we get into this week's episode. So unfortunately, due to a misstep on my part, last week and the week before, an episode did not go up as scheduled. And this was actually a complete oversight. Both episodes were actually ready and set up to auto upload on those days. But because of my busy schedule, I haven't had a chance to check them on the actual podcast networks, and it was a complete oversight on my part. Those two episodes are ready to go, and I think we're going to release them next week and the following week after that. But this week, instead, we have a completely different kind of episode ready. And this is our one-shot onslaught number 2. This is Sweet Dreams, which was run by Nick, and he actually took over the editing for this one. So I had no part in editing this. This little snippet right here is the only bit of editing that I have done for the entirety of the episode. This is only going to be the first hour of our one shot. If you guys would like to see the rest, you guys can join us on Patreon at patreon.com/diceheist, where you guys can donate at the $5 or up tier to gain access to the rest of this one shot once it goes up here shortly. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode, and sorry so much again for the issues going back. Now, I have one other thing to address to you guys real quick. Unfortunately, due to us kind of falling behind with a recording schedule and with the holidays coming up, we are struggling right now to maintain our once-a-week episode. Right now, we have enough to get through, and like I said, the last 2 episodes were ready to go up, but because of failings on my part, they did not correctly. So going forward, until for the foreseeable future, we are going to be only uploading 1 episode every other Sunday now. And this hopefully will be remedied near the beginning of next year. But for now, we need this extra time to try and catch back up, give us some time to get a little bit of a bank of episodes ready. That way, if things come up, especially with me and my daughter, me and my wife and everything like that, you never know what could come up. So we just like to get this nice little buffer, and hopefully all of us can still enjoy the holidays without being stressed about trying to get these episodes out. I hope this does not upset anyone, and hopefully you guys can understand that we're just trying to do our best, and all of us have jobs that we need to maintain as well. But going forward, that's what we'd like to do. We're really excited to try and get to the point where we can maintain our one-shot every 3 months, and also our once-a-week main show episodes. I think we can get there by the beginning of next year. We just need to get back on track as things keep falling behind as more things pop up. But thank you guys for your understanding, and I really hope you enjoy this. Again, check us out on patreon.com/diceheist if you guys would like to hear the rest of this one shot. Stay tuned on October 10th next week, and you guys will get access to the next episode of Dice Heist. Again, I'm sorry that those did not go up as planned, but because of this flub, we're just going to push it back to the next week and put it up then, okay? Thank you guys very much, and good night. Welcome to Dice Heist, where we roll the dice and see what we can get away with. My name is Raceland, and today I'm going to be playing Davrik Bitterhollow, a halfling wizard artificer. Next up, what about you, Aaron?
I'm Aaron. I'll be playing Patch, our Tabaxi Paladin. Over to you, Bronson.
Hey, everybody. I'll be playing Kagami, a level 12 Kensei monk. And Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm playing a character named Qatar Huar, who is a Earth Genasi, druid, level 12 druid.
All right,
guys, and I am Nick. I am your DM today. Thank you for joining us, Josh. It's nice to have you along. A quick disclaimer for this one shot: there will be some gruesome topics, including scenes that involve suicide. So if this is something that bothers you, you may want to give this one a pass, or listen along, and when things start to sound weird, just give it a couple minutes and then jump back in. Up to you guys, but I just wanted to give that little disclaimer. All right. So today we're going to start my Halloween one-shot titled Sweet Dreams. You are all members.
thanks.
You are all members of a team of experienced adventurers and monster hunters. Your group goes by the name Warriors Grimm. Your typical line of work consists of wandering the continent in search of work that requires individuals skilled with dealing with dangerous, the monstrous, and the supernatural. You've occasionally taken a few mercenary and bounty hunting jobs, helping defend towns from bandits, monstrous humanoids, fiends, undead, monsters, and the like. In your years of experience, your group has made a name for themselves, and more often than not, when you arrive in a well-populated region, your reputation precedes you. Several times you have earned the respect and gratitude of nobility and leadership that sought you out for your talents and reputation. The tales of many of your heroic deeds have circulated through much of the countryside of Ardinia, your home country where you have fulfilled most of your contracts. Another thing that you guys all have, I forgot to add this to your character sheets, you have a magic detecting medallions that are all matching. Once per day, it recharges at dawn. You can basically have a free cast of detect magic.
Nice. Fuck, that's awesome.
And I'm currently going through and changing my prepared spell, so it does not include that one.
You can only use it once.
I know, but I can also ritual cast it, so.
Now you find yourselves looking for new work and are now wandering through the province of Grindlewood, a quaint mountainside region with a small town of the same name. There's a little notable history of this town, other than its close proximity to a mountain outpost that was critical for the Ardenian military in defending the borders to the east from an invasion by the Grixis Empire, a land with citizens consisting of mostly monstrous humanoid races. On your travels through the countryside, you heard rumors of a mysterious town somewhere near Grindlewood where constant nightmares plague the citizens in an unnatural way, from what you've heard. There is a place near Grindlewood that is cursed, and all who have entered there try to break the curse and have never returned. You figured you would stop by Grindlewood to try to get more information and see if anyone there is willing to pay you for lifting this curse. If this job is as dangerous as it sounds, it'd be right up your alley. We now join our heroes as they are traveling via horseback, with the town of Grindlewood just now coming into view as you crest the top of the hill while traveling down the road. Around you is a forested mountainside landscape, with trees nearly bare and the ground littered with wide variety of autumn-colored leaves, tossed about by the cool, gentle breeze. Would each of you please give your characters' names one more time for the audience and give a quick physical description and your areas of expertise?
Okay, yeah, I'm going to start here. Raceland is playing Davrik Bitterhollow, also known as Rabbit's Foot. Davrik is a halfling, fairly short stature, who has a scraggly beard and a short-cut hairstyle. He wears a long trench coat that has numerous runes placed about it that he studies, that he has spent time studying in the past. His magic is heavily derived from using spirits of the world to tell him how the world is working, and to bend the will of the world to his favor. Davrik oftentimes comes in clutch for the party and does know when to use his luck appropriately. And I think that's pretty much all for him. He's very upbeat, even considering his grim job that he has, and tries to feel like he is the force for positivity in the group, even when things are down.
Awesome. Anybody else ready to give their description?
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Bronson.
So his name is Kagami. His family is the Taiga family, and he stands about 6'8", and he's a very tall but very, very lean human. His hair is kind of like a deep red, and it's a bit messy. It's not super long, but it's not super short. There's really, really messy hair. Normally, he's pretty serious, but when he's on the job, it's like he's like having fun. It's all like sport for him. He really, really enjoys slaying.
I think I found my mouth.
Other than that, as far as the rest of his description, maybe clothing wise, he's wearing kind of like a gi, I guess, but it's sleeveless, black and orange.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Aaron, would you care to share?
Sure. Patch is a tuxedo cat in Visage Tabaxi. Lean and pretty lithe. He's his body is mostly covered in a mithril plate, almost like a patinaed silver or dark gray metals. And from what you see from his visage, he got his moniker from his left eye has kind of the inverse of the tuxedo. So it looks like he has almost like a white eye patch over his left eye, just by the coloration of his fur. But the rest, if you've never seen a tuxedo cat, I'll just describe you. They're almost all black cats in color, except their kind of chest and forelimbs are white, like a cat wearing a tuxedo. Patch has sworn an oath of the Watchers, so he sees it as his sworn duty and purpose in life to watch the realms of any monsters or aberrations coming through and threatening the planes, this plane, and the people therein. And sometimes you may catch him flicking an ear over to his shield, almost as if it speaks to him. But otherwise, he's decked out in a beautifully ornate scimitar on his hip, and is currently riding along at the head of the pack.
Awesome. Josh?
Yeah, I'm playing Qatar Huar, the Earth Genasi, and he's got slate gray skin, and he's got auburn red eyes, and I'm going for like a obsidian black hair kind of stuff. I'm assuming like I'm thinking of him built like Fabio, kind of, but not the same like obviously presence as Fabio. Anyway,
Right.
One thing that I like about him is that he joined this group, right? Because a lot of the times wherever he travels, he's traveled a lot. Wherever he goes, usually people just like stare at him like he's some sort of exhibit, I guess. But luckily, he's found a group of people who are kind of outlandish enough so that all eyes aren't on him.
Right.
So that's why he sticks around. And he's cunning and a little sarcastic and loves adventure. So that's how he is.
Awesome. And you're a druid, right?
I am a druid, yes, sorry. Circle of the Moon.
Okay, cool.
So get ready to see me turn into elementals.
With one badass 6th level spell that we'll mention later.
Awesome. So yeah, now that we have everyone's character description, so you guys are on the hill, on the road, traveling to this town. You see it in the distance. I'll give you guys a moment to roleplay if you'd like. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next scene.
Yeah, so I guess, are we like riding on something?
Yeah, you guys have horses as mounts.
Okay.
Basic riding horses. But, you usually just leave them wherever you need to before you go into action.
Qatar, can you please scoot your bony ass forward?
Sorry. I'm just happy to be at a place where, I might not be the only freak there.
You're always
I'm just excited to see what we're gonna kill.
Yep. We're gonna kill something.
Of course you are, you 6'8" freak.
I don't know why you two insist on riding on the same horse. And then you just complain about it the whole time.
I mean, it's a logistical thing, man.
Yes,
Have you seen how tall I am?
He's tiny.
So we can get you a smaller horse.
Yeah, and then when we have to run away, I get eaten.
I'm
That's
sure
not
they
very
have-
lucky for
I'm sure
you
they
guys.
have dogs for sale here. They can hold your weight.
It might be the luckiest outcome of that.
I'm going to remember that. Speaking of which, I'm going to right now roll my portent rolls for the day, because
Oh yeah, good
that's
idea.
going to be fun.
Yeah.
So wait, I'm on a horse with
Okay, that's still going to be pretty solid. I got 2 15s.
Davrich.
So, I mean, there's two
I
good-
guess
two good
so.
rolls.
Yeah.
I guess
Two
all right.
good rolls.
That's how we role played it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what.
Now, why is
what's-
he behind me? It'd be bad to put a child behind me. I would rather have him. I'm 6 foot and I'm like
Guitar,
320.
I'm not a child.
I'm a built man. You're
I don't. Okay, so you know how rocky your ass is?
Yeah.
The front's no better, so I don't want to deal with that right now.
Well, because if something ends up in front of you, he has you as a meat shield, and
That's
then if
exactly
something's
what it is.
and then if something's behind you, he can blast him with spells.
That's
so.
true. You know
Correct.
what? I think it's better for my sake than that he's behind me.
Yeah.
Don't get his hair in my mouth or whatever.
All right.
That was a
I
good roast
literally
session.
got it down because you made the Fabio comment. All right.
Moving on. As you approach the modest town gate, you can see a single guard stationed beside the gate, which is currently ajar. As you draw nearer, a gust of wind picks up behind you and blows a waft of leaves past the guard, blowing through the open city gate. When you draw near the gate, you start to experience an uneasy feeling in the air. The guard in front of you does not seem to notice you approaching at all and stares off into nothingness with a blank stare on his face. What would you like to do?
The question is, do we want to get this dude's attention?
So we were hired to come here,
No, we're looking
or
for
we're
work.
just looking for work.
You're
Sounds like they need
you
help.
heard about a curse,
Okay.
and you're looking to see if anybody's willing to pay you to
Okay.
lift the curse.
How far away are we from him when we notice his demeanor?
Yeah, okay, so
I'd
this
say
is the
about
nightmare
60
town.
feet.
Okay, so he should have noticed us by now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna whistle kind of loudly to see if that'll grab his attention.
No response.
Well, this is fucked.
Are we able to just ride past?
Patch.
Or are there like closed gates? To this?
The gate is open.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Patch,
I mean,
do you have any ability to check the situation out?
Could you be more specific?
You know that sensey thing you do.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, your cat-like intuition, I guess. Whatever it is. It's fucking weird. It doesn't use spirits at all.
I will use my divine sense, and I'll let you know, DM. Basically, I'm just detecting for good and evil, and I'm sensing anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
Okay.
That's not behind total cover,
Okay.
so probably all of it.
The guard.
So the guard is what I'm
glows.
specifically
Yeah, because there's
yeah.
a gate. So.
Yeah.
So, interestingly enough, you see almost like an inverse of what you usually see. Instead of seeing any auras around any individuals or objects, all the objects and people that you see don't light up, but the air around you has a faint aura about it of evil.
Well, we're in the right place. It is well and truly cursed.
Fuck.
I don't think it mattered if it was cursed or not. I think are they going to be paying us?
That's my problem, is if we're not getting paid, why are we going to deal with this curse?
Well, it is our duty, as sometimes those who can must.
Yeah. And this is a much more faint air of evil than what you usually see when you use this ability.
It's like diet evil.
Diet evil.
LaCroix
It's
curse.
evil zero.
It doesn't
Speaking
exist.
of diet, I'm hoping we can grab something to eat here.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Goku.
I literally gave you my trail ration 2
once
hours
again?
ago.
Well, I'm hungry
We are
again.
not sponsored by Dragon Ball Z.
I was just going to cut it, but okay.
Oh damn!
It's okay.
Would you guys like to proceed through the gate?
I go through the jar.
I smack him on the
definitely
ass.
is. I'm not even.
Patch will kind of rein up in front of the guard and
Okay.
just look him over.
Okay.
Checking out the guard.
Yeah,
He's
he's not gonna look at me, so I'm gonna give him the eyes.
Yeah, he seems decently well armed for a guard. This is a pretty small town with a basic wooden fence pretty much all around. You know, a taller fence, spiked at the top. But he is still looking off into the distance, looking like he's completely glazed over. He looks a little more pale than a normal human would be. And at this point, inside the gate, you can also see other various townsfolk. Just they look the same, but they're performing very mundane tasks such as fetching water, carrying supplies, tending to gardens, and they have the glazed look over their face, but they're still doing their basic stuff. But they seem very out of it.
Can I, instead of going through, can I hand the reins? Or actually, I'm just going to pick up Davrich and put him in front of me. Hand him the reins. I'm going to hop off the horse.
Okay.
What
I'm
the
gonna say,
fuck, man?
You take care of this real quick.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to walk over to the guard. Okay.
Okay.
Can I just give him a light little smack on the face?
Light little tap.
Just a tap.
Little
Yeah,
tap,
is
tap.
that okay?
Yeah, sure. So you do this, and the guard slowly turns his face towards you with a blank stare. Welcome, travelers.
Oh, welcome. Well, thank you for welcoming us. What's the name of this town again? Could you hit me with that, guard?
Grindlewood.
Grindlewood. Okay. Well, you are being fantastic. Why don't you keep up this great work that you're doing? I'm going to leave you now. Thank you. And I just walk
Enjoy
away.
your stay.
Okay, so would I have any knowledge of? Let's see. Actually, let me see if this is at all pertinent. Description. Okay, so I have the sage background.
Okay.
Do I have any knowledge of any scholarly individuals that live in this town? It's like the feature that it gives me is researcher. I can basically know where I can find certain lore. So I don't know if I know of a network of where I could find scholarly individuals that could give me information.
So yeah, you know well enough that this is a pretty small town.
Okay.
There's not really much in terms of that, but your instincts tell you probably the best place to get information is if there's a tavern.
Yeah. Okay. I just figured go to something intelligent when we're dealing with fucking mindless people moving 3 seconds a minute.
Right.
So
I think a tavern's a perfect place to find intelligent people.
that's why I didn't want to go there. That's where y'all want to go. I always want to go see the wizard that's in town.
But yeah, as you guys are here and you've kind of been exposed to this almost like dank evil-ish air, and you kind of feel like a sense of dread and hopelessness starting to tug at your emotions a little bit. But for now, you're able to keep them in check. You're sorry. But the longer you stay here, you seem to notice it gradually increases. But it's very subtle, and you guys are well trained, so you're able to kind of push it aside because you've felt dark feelings like this before, and you just know it's part of the job.
I'd like to remind everyone that if you start to feel the effects of this grip you, let me know. I may have magics that could assist us.
Very well.
I'll
thank you.
be fine. I'm gonna use it and channel it to my benefit.
That's my hope, my beautiful rage monster.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I'd imagine it's not the first time we've approached a place that we think might need our help. So we're going to go to who holds the purse in the town. We're going to look for the leadership or town center or town hall.
Yeah.
Tavern's
I guess.
probably a good place to get the info, though.
Tavern also might have a
yeah, but if
notice
we want to
board.
get paid,
No, I'm saying like we could find out who's the authority in town just by going to the tavern.
true.
That's what I'm thinking. And then like he's hungry, so
And
I
can
don't
you
like
des-
him when he gets hangry real fast. I want to feed Kagami real bad.
And can you describe
Babysitting.
like the architecture of this town real fast? Just to like, is it like wooden houses, stone, metal? perhaps?
It's pretty standard. Small village wooden structures.
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
yeah. It's
That's-
a
yeah,
smaller
that's enough
town.
for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So Davrick's going to try and lead this horse on his own with his small stature.
I'll walk next
He's
to
very
you.
bad at it, so I'm going to roll an animal handling with disadvantage just for fun.
Okay, sure.
The horse has completely ignored me. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
starting to trot over towards like some water.
Yeah. The horse just goes to the stables instinctually and just starts drinking the water there. And this is nearby the tavern. The tavern's maybe like 50 feet to your left.
It
do
like
I-
hitches itself.
I was gonna say, I just like fuck it, and I get down and I look around for like this zombified. I'm looking around for like a stable boy that's probably in the same similar state.
Yeah. So there's a stable boy, probably about 14 years old. He has the same gloomy look on his face.
I'm gonna hold up 2 copper in front of his face and just
Okay.
kind of like wave it back and forth till he eventually notices.
He very slowly back and forth, left, right, follows the copper.
And then I'm going to very slowly, my horse, right there, and I point behind me. Do you see horse?
Yeah. I see the horse.
Here's payment. Care for horse.
Thank you. And he just slowly reaches out and takes it.
And I literally so like I'm just under 4 feet tall. We'll say I'm like 3'10", and I'm like reaching up to this 14-year-old's head and like just on my tippy toes, and I just pat him on the head, and then I walk over towards the tavern.
And the stable boy slowly meanders to your horse and leads him to the stables to, place him
Right.
where he needs to be.
That's exactly what I meant to do, guys. I did not lose control of the horse at all. It's not what happened.
No, you did great.
Yeah, that was much better than what happened back a couple weeks ago
And then
with the cliff.
with the other 2 horses, you guys can do the same if you'd like.
Well, actually, with my horse, obviously it was already taken care of. So. I'm just walking straight into the tavern. I'm not waiting
I was actually going to ask: is it possible, like,
to ride your horse into the tavern.
what? Close. I'm going to meet you halfway, Josh. Ride to the tavern, but like, is there a post that I could hitch my horse to at the tavern?
Yeah, sure. We'll say there's a post just outside the tavern, like a couple feet from the door, that you can just tie your horse to if you'd like.
Dope. Yep. I'm going to do exactly that.
Sweet.
All right. So, and then, let's see. Patch, are you gonna do something with your horse too?
I'll leave old horsey boy with the rest, I guess.
Okay. Well, one is at the stables, one is tied outside of the tavern.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it outside the tavern.
Okay, cool.
And one's down a cliff. I think that was. I'm assuming that was.
Yeah,
that was yours.
That was my pony.
That makes sense. I was like,
Went down a
wait,
cliff.
4 people, 3 horses. Why am I stuck with the little guy? And that just goes to show. Right.
So, Qatar, you just go in, enter the tavern.
Yeah, I'll enter nonchalantly, not really, showboaty, but I'm sure that I don't know if these people even care about me or how I look. I don't know if they'll look at me or not. If they're all like underneath the same spell, that kind of stuff.
Sure. So the rest of you, so this tavern actually, as you get close to it, you see a sign in front of one of the larger. So it is a larger building compared to the other ones, and the sign reads "Mountain Breeze Tavern." Would you guys all like to enter, or just Qatar?
I mean, I was heading over there with him.
Okay, cool.
So I'll follow in behind. And actually, you know what? I'm going to use one of my halfling abilities to hide behind him as we enter and just like stealth behind this 6 foot tall monster.
Okay, fair enough.
just
Kagami
gonna
wants
walk in.
to sort of sniff the air and see if he can get the scent of food.
18.
Can
Yeah.
I can I roll to hide behind
There's
Kagami?
definitely food inside. There's cooking and fresh food. What's up?
I got an 18 for that stealth.
Okay, cool.
Kagami, are you thin and tall? Sorry.
Yeah, he's like tall
Like a
and like
stick.
very, very, very lean. So like,
Gross. All right.
I guess I'm trying to think of like who he might look like in real life, but I can't come up with anything.
Okay.
Yeah, just tall, very, very lean.
I can picture it.
Okay, so as you guys enter the tavern, the doors close behind you. Just naturally, gravity, not slamming behind you like unnatural. It feels as if your spirits have been renewed and the dread feeling had mostly dissipated. Although the solemn tune being played by a male half-orc wearing a top hat and a peacoat at the piano maintains the tone that had been set here in the city. Before you see a female half-elf bartender behind the counter. A table with a bearded dwarf and 2 halflings, all males, having a conversation, sitting at one of the round tables in the center of the dining area. A human male and a female couple are having a meal together in one of the side booths. And in a corner booth, you see a cloaked, middle-aged woman sitting in a slouch with a defeated look on her face and an ale held in both hands. Nobody in the tavern seems to be exhibiting the same strange behaviors as the people outside, but it is clear that they are not exactly thriving either. The room is somewhat dimly lit by candles and is a modest-sized tavern with only a few tables that are left empty. The most interesting thing you notice is decorating the walls of this tavern, you can see dream catchers of various sizes and designs. Your instincts tell you that these may have some sort of magical properties to them. As you enter, the bartender welcomes you. Greetings, travelers. Haven't seen you around these parts before. What can I do for you?
This one needs food, the rest of us need information.
Ah, I see. All right, yeah, we can whip some food right out for you, and I'd be willing to try to give you whatever information you need.
Hey, so, what's up with all the people in the town? And as I say that, I'm, like, turning out from behind him, like, trying to catch him off guard. As I do so, because I...
Okay. Yeah, the female half-elf bartender looks down to you and say, "Oh my, oh, you spooked me." Yeah, so this town, there seems to be some sort of dark curse leaching into it from the land beyond, that cursed city that for some reason none of us can remember the name of it. But yeah, that's the real reason everybody is so gloom and doom outside. And the nice thing in here is that I made a deal with the local druid to craft me and enchant these dream catchers, and they seem to help, at least while indoors. And
Really? Well, indoors only.
yeah, it can help a little bit if you carry it on you outside, but it really helps to be in a closed space.
Interesting. Do you have any spare that we could purchase from you?
Yeah. One moment, let me take a look.
And I'm sorry, you mentioned a dark city?
Yeah.
Do you remember, you said you can't remember location. Or you can't remember the name, but can you remember a location, direction from here?
Yeah.
Is it otherworldly?
Right. But yeah, the cursed city is somewhere north. I don't remember how far, at least a couple miles. But as for these dream catchers, yeah, they're 15 gold pieces a piece.
15. Okay. Well, here is how much. Here, take 65 gold.
Okay. Thank you.
We need food and drink for all 4 of us.
Perfect. All right. Yeah.
You need to eat.
get right on that.
I eat.
All right.
Why do you do that?
Because you need to eat. You don't eat enough.
I eat plenty.
You're so fucking scrawny.
That's
He's
not
down
true.
to
Is
7
my
lives.
food on the way?
Yeah.
So
Do you think it's smart to eat food that comes from a place that's clearly been...
All these people in
Cursed.
this, everyone in here is normal.
Except for
so
us.
far?
All right, just give me a moment, and I'm going
I
to...
have food. That's all I'm trying to say.
Fine, just do whatever you want. Could I please have 5 portions of food brought over to this empty table over here with drink?
Of course, not a problem.
We'll take 4 of the dream catchers as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scurry over there real quick, and I'm gonna sit down and pull out my scroll case, and I'm just gonna kind of leaf through some maps and stuff, just taking a general look. Can I make a history check to see if I recognize a dark or a city of any sort to the north?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Make a history check for me.
Just to be clear, the maps are just for flavor. So that is an 18 for history.
Okay. Yeah. 1 second.
That's my shit. I'm definitely going with mom on this one. Total mom energy.
Like your character or the bartender?
Myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I realized I ordered food when you said you weren't hungry.
So, yeah, that
You need to
18
eat
on
this.
the history check, you know that there is a city to the north called Ravenwood that is about...
Ravenwood.
Yeah. It's about the... It is to the north, and it matches the description of a city that you've seen on maps before, but it doesn't... You don't know it too well, but you know of it, and you know that it is a sizable city with population probably in the tens of thousands.
Okay. And do I know of any, like, lore of it being a, like, dark place?
You know that there's definitely, like, a little bit of mystery to it.
Okay.
That it is ruled by a family called Raveneye is the name of the family.
Okay.
And they have a great manor there, and there is also a temple there as well.
Okay.
But with an 18, I'll say you don't quite remember what exactly the temple is, but that's the general information that you remember.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I just want to get a little bit more of a beat on it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. I'm going to try to spell this really low.
So yeah, she brings out the food, gives you guys your dream catchers that you purchased, and asks, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
Qatar's gonna chime in. He's gonna be like, "Yes, you mentioned a local druid. Do you know where they are and if I can meet them or not?"
Yeah, he lives to the south. He keeps mostly to himself. He's been really just helping out a lot, the city with keeping up the crops and these dream catchers to help everybody remain sane. There's been a lot of people that have left because they just can't handle it, but this is our home, and he's been able to keep us from losing everything. So
Right. Now, when you say to the south, is there like a building I should look for, or just head south and just go from there?
yeah,
Are there any street names, anything like that?
yeah, there's a trail that he takes. It's a little off the beaten path, but it is connected to the road. You'll see about a quarter mile down the road. If you take the road south, you'll see to the right there's a path that leads down there. I don't know how much of a help he'll be to you. He really doesn't like most people, but he saw an opportunity to help us here at least. So
Well, I just want to talk druid to druid.
yeah, of course.
Thank you.
More important than speaking to this druid, did we get who is in charge here?
That was my next question. Who is in charge of this place?
We do have a mayor, but he's a little, how should I say, indisposed. He's been locked in his house kind of for a while, and I'm not sure if he's even still alive, honestly, but we've all been able to keep our act together. The military outpost nearby, they've tried to assist us as much as they can, but yeah, our leadership is a little lacking right now, but we get by. But someone you may want to meet is over. I assume you are. What's the name of that group? The Warriors Grimm. Is that right?
Why, yes, that is us.
I fucking hate that name, but yes.
I thought I recognized you.
Who's been spreading rumors again?
Yeah, if you may want to speak to that woman over there in the cloak. Her name is Diane Raveneye. She used to live in the town to the north, if I remember correctly. But yeah, sorry, it's all a fog for me now. Here, these air around here really messes with the mind.
I'm gonna insight check that real quick.
Okay.
I just want to
Hey man, she could just be ditzy. It's all right.
I know. Well, and it's a 9. I'm just assuming it's because of the effects of the air around here.
Yeah, yeah. She definitely seems like she's genuinely trying to be helpful, but she just, for some reason, things are just escaping her.
Poor girl.
And then when she mentions Raveneye, I'm gonna give an eye to Patch and just shake my head to just confirm that what she's saying does sound correct.
I'm just gonna leave the conversation without any niceties. I'm just gonna turn around and walk towards the table with Raveneye.
He just
I'm gonna
rapidly
start
presses
drinking.
X to skip all the dialogue.
Patch is a little more no nonsense. Takes his oath very seriously.
Okay. So you're approaching the woman, the cloaked woman? Okay.
Yeah, the one that the bartender indicated.
Okay. So yeah.
We're supposed to do this together. And Derek's going to try and scramble together to try and wrap up his map so we can go over and have this conversation with him. Just wait 1 fucking second, Patch. Just scrambling to get it all. Yeah, you guys can keep going. It's going to take me a couple minutes.
So yeah, she's kind of sitting there at the table with her eyes kind of just resting on the table, just looking very defeated as you approach. She doesn't notice you at first unless you want to make yourself known.
Yeah, I'll just go and sit down at the table and just say, good day.
And she slowly looks up to you and good day.
Are you the person known as Raveneye?
Raveneye is my family name, yes. I'm Diane Raveneye.
Well, Diane, do you have some time to talk?
Yeah, I have nothing else better going on.
Well, let's...
Wait a second. You look a bit familiar. Are you...
I'll just kind of take off my helmet and put it under my arm.
Oh, yeah. You're... Is it Patch from the Warriors Grimm? Is that right?
I am known as Patch.
So, as she's distracted by this conversation, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts. And I'm not going to be prying in deeper. I'm just going to be looking at her surface thoughts. So, as she's having conversation, I'll pick up what she's thinking about in this conversation.
Okay.
If you'd like, I can read Detect Thoughts for you, so you can understand it better.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think I get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is.
She's unaware unless I pry further. By the way.
Right. Okay. So you can tell that she's excited when she recognizes him as Patch, and that she is a little bit hopeful because she actually needs somebody of your caliber to help her.
Okay.
Yeah. So, are you here to investigate the curse?
We are, and my companions and I were told that you may know more about what's happening here.
Oh, perfect. Oh, thank the gods you've come.
Which gods?
In
particular,
fucking stop it
If
with
you had to pick 3.
this. Oh my god, I'm sorry. He's very particular about his god.
Which god do you follow?
I mostly follow a sworn oath more than a deity of
okay.
particular note.
Okay. Well, that makes sense, I guess. All right. But yeah, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Give me one moment. And she just looks down at the table and she just kind of sobs a little bit to herself. Sort of sad, but also like hopeful.
A little relief
Okay.
cry.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's.
That's what I'm getting from this.
She's starting to remember a little bit of like why she needs your help,
Okay.
and it's making her very sad and
Okay.
inside.
Do I get any sort of glimpse at what that is as she's thinking about it in the moment?
Yes, but I'm also going to vocalize that as well. So
Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
I
you're
don't-
fine.
Yeah.
So basically, if you don't want to like keep updating me on things, just
let 'em know
when
when
it
it-
is pertinent. Let me know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let 'em know
no,
if
you,
it's
you
different.
got it.
Yeah.
I'm already on it.
Okay, cool. I'll stop bugging you then.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, please.
God damn it.
Well, that cursed city, I used to live there, you see, but ever since the curse, or whatever it is, took over, my memories have been fragmented. I was here in Grindlewood when it happened. I was visiting my grandmother, who's since passed, and learned of when the soldiers from the outpost nearby came to town and informed us that it had taken over by a dark power that they did not have the capabilities to handle, and we were instructed not to go there or else we would face a fate worse than death. I was devastated, and naturally I had to go look for myself. I didn't want to get too close, and I was so scared. My bodyguard, Gregor, and I rode out there on horses to check it out. We were getting close, and were able to feel the darkest and heaviest feelings I had ever felt as we saw my hometown looking completely abandoned. As we stared, suddenly we heard frantic screams of running and a soldier coming from that place. He burst through the tree line in front of us as some dark, shadowy figure that I couldn't make out was chasing him. This thing was huge, and I could understand why he was running. He saw us and started running right for us. They were moving so fast we couldn't turn our horses around in time to escape quickly, so Sir Gregor valiantly jumped into the fray to defend me. The soldier pushed past Gregor as he ran and jumped on his horse and rode away as fast as he could. I didn't want to leave Sir Gregor, and I yelled for him, but he screamed for me to run as he struck the thing with his sword. I felt like such a coward to leave him there, but before I could decide what to do, this thing grabbed him and lifted him up in the air.
As she speaks, I place my hand on her arm. I'm literally getting a little weepy because I'm literally feeling these feelings as she is.
Right. And I saw this thing. I saw it turn in half and drink his blood. The thing looked at me, and I got out of there as fast as I could. Even now it haunts my dreams, and I wake up from nightmares every night. I wish I could remember more about my home, but whenever I try to think about it, the image of that thing is there haunting my thoughts. I don't know what is still left there, or if any of my family is somehow still alive. I highly doubt it. I just want some closure, so I can move on with my life. And I would like to have something to remember my family by from our manor. I would gladly pay you with any wealth that still resides there, if you could go there and put an end to whatever this evil is. I know it's not a guaranteed reward, but I'm sure most of everyone else here is likely dead, so if you defeat this evil, you'll have first pick of whatever's left there. If what you do lifts this heaviness from Gurndlewood as well, maybe I can convince everyone in town to chip in for a reward. I'm sorry it's not much, but it would mean the world to me.
I'm gonna look at Davrik as I reach out for her hand and just kind of sandwich it in between my two paws, my two white furred little paws.
They're super soft.
They're super soft, and I have the cutest jelly bean pads on my digits.
She seems almost like somewhat amused, and like even within the tears, she gives a little faint chuckle.
I understand this is very hard, but could you describe the thing you saw? How many legs? How did it move? Did it have...
It looked like it had 4 limbs, sort of reptilian, huge mouth with very sharp teeth, and a long tail. Glowing green eyes too. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
I'm just gonna glance another look at Davrik. Does that ring any bells to Patch of anything he's...
Yeah,
seen
Davrik,
or
does
heard
he
of?
actually get a glimpse of this image even?
Ooh, neat.
Just because, like, I mean, I don't know how much I'm gonna get from it, but like,
Yeah, you know what?
an answer of no is perfectly fine with me. I don't want to like pry into her mind. I just, Davrik definitely wipes a tear as the story is finishing because he can genuinely feel for her,
right.
understanding the actual terror that she is feeling right now.
Yeah, let me get up an image here if I can.
You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, yeah, okay, we're not going to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm only gonna let you see it though.
Oh, okay. In that case, then
neat.
you want me to just peek?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Oh, he's peeking.
That's cool.
You can say,
I wish
messenger?
I could peek.
Or
No,
you
don't
just cover
messenger.
up the stat portion of the stat block and let him take a look at the picture.
Yeah, I know. I gotta be careful of what I show him.
Oh.
And this is huge.
Huge size. So like,
Now this is epic.
This
I'm
is
excited now.
huge. Huge-mongous.
okay, so Davrik's reaction is going to change slightly. There's genuine terror in his eyes.
How
As
often,
he- as
how
he
often do we
sees-
see terror on your face, Davrik?
Not frequently.
Okay, that's bad.
He had a similar like terror on his face when he once found a snake in his bedroll
Ow.
when he went to bed. But other than that, you've never seen any sort of like terror on his face like this. Patch, I think I might know what this thing is based on her description, or I don't know. I need to think. I'm just gonna look around for any drink near me.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna grab it and chug it right now.
Yeah, sure. You see it. You see an ale nearby at the. Yeah. Well, let's say you snag the dwarf's ale off the table.
Yeah,
as you're
that's
standing
exactly
right
what I
here.
do. I just chug the fucking thing, and as I'm chugging it, and he protests, I literally just hold up a finger to his
just
face, like,
Oi! What do you think you're doing, lad?
Okay, and as it goes down, I slam it back down. I'll buy you a new one. And
Yeah, you better.
I plop down a couple silver. There's your next few rounds, bud.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Now that I've had a second to kind of relax, is there any way I can discern what this possibly might have been based on what I've seen in the past? Maybe with a history, arcana check, or nature?
Interestingly enough, this thing is unique, and you've never seen anything quite like this.
Okay.
It has a. Well, I guess this might be a little spoilery, but it has some.
I can make a roll if you don't want to give it to me.
Yeah, go ahead. Make.
What do you want me to make? Arcana, history.
Let's
Also, if you want to
nature?
describe it only to him and for the audience, we can take off our headphones and
Yeah,
plug our ears.
Too.
no,
Yeah, there you go.
Deafen myself.
Yeah, so go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Arcana
for
check?
me, I
Okay.
guess. Yeah.
Okay, that's a 7 on the die, so 17.
Okay. So with a 17, you. Okay. So
Oh, yeah.
you don't know this creature exactly, but the aura about it is very similar to a shadow that you've seen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's some sort of shadow magic at play, is my guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, as you are kind of having this conversation with Diane, the music from the piano comes to an end, and the half-orc with the top hat exits the tavern after collecting his tips. And so what else would you guys like to do here?
That half orc was the pianist.
Correct.
Okay.
Kagami would just be like finishing up his meal. I guess whatever sort of pasta dish would be in this village is what he would be finishing up. He would be like cleaning up his plate or bowl.
Sure.
Probably like a soup. Of some
I'm sitting with Kagami, and I'm just kind of watching him. I'm drinking something. I'm maybe grabbing a few bites off of his plate, without him looking. But
I mean, I bought 5 portions. I'm guessing
that's
that
true.
he ate
I'm
at
actually
least
eating
2
my
of
own.
them.
Yeah, I'm eating my own little portion here.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like watching him, like just practically eating the plate as well. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's got like the plate held up, and he's just
Yeah,
letting the sauce or whatever drain off the plate into his mouth.
I hate that.
Gross.
Well, Miss, what was your name one more time? I apologize.
Diane Raveneye.
Thank you so much for telling us this story.
Yeah. And as you guys are kind of still chatting with her, the bartender looks as if she just remembers something, and she's like, oh. And she kind of like moves around the counter and kind of scurries up to you guys. And it's like, I just remembered one more thing. I heard about one of the guards stationed at the military outpost, the Northeast, was rumored to have survived and escaped from the cursed place. I hear he definitely wasn't himself anymore when he came back from that, but I don't know how much help they could be, but they may be able to give you more information if you go talk to the soldiers at the outpost. I'm sorry, that's all I can remember. I'm sorry it comes in fragments.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
does help.
of course.
It appears we have our heading.
Yes. Diane, thank you again. I'll speak for the rest of us, because I know we'll take it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Diane, if you do not see us again, it may be best for you to move from this place. Find
I understand.
a new life and happiness.
I understand.
Patch, we're coming back.
That is the plan.
Do Do you, I believe it's only a day's journey by foot, to the city. Do you have any idea how long it might take you?
We have horses. If we're not here, I mean,
In a week.
we don't know, but I'd say a week or two goes by, and we have not found you at this place, this tavern. It may be time to try to start again.
We'll find you.
I understand. Okay. Thank you.
Don't look at me like that. This
Davrick is
good
just shaking
advice.
his head at Patch. We'll be back in a week, okay?
We will try.
We always do. Just
We will try.
Well, thank you all for this. This means everything to me. I can't thank you enough, and I hope that the payment that is there, that'll be enough. It is a very grand manor, so I think there will be something worthwhile for you.
Davrick is just sitting there, like, out of her line of sight, just shaking his head, like, nodding furiously when she says that she's rich. Like, I know, yep, super rich.
We will find a way to make it worth our while.
All right. So yeah. Is there anything else you guys would like to do at the tavern?
So I'm assuming, right? So they went to a different table. Do they tell us, aka Kagami and Qatar, what they talked about? Did we overhear any of this? Because we weren't part of that conversation.
No, but I'm sure we'll come sit down and fill you in.
Okay,
Yeah.
because when that happens, I just wanted Qatar to ask something of them.
Sure.
What did you? Hold on. I'm sorry. What did you guys do to make her cry like that? Are you kidding me?
Davrick touched her
Where?
on the arm.
There are certain places where you can't do that.
Well, it was on the arm.
Okay.
But it seemed to set her off right away.
Qatar, no,
For a man who's supposed to be
Look.
called, a rabbit's foot, Mr. Lucky,
this creature is 15 feet tall that she spoke of.
that's like 20 of you.
That
Fuck you. Jesus Christ, man.
Sorry.
he
Sorry.
doesn't know numbers.
I know he doesn't. It's fine. Intelligence is not his strong suit.
I don't know numbers.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yep, we've established
Adding that to my flaws.
with your +2 intelligence, you can't do math. Got it.
Yep.
He's better than average. He can do bad. But this is funny.
It is. It's much
I'm
more
obviously
funny.
from an American school system. That's okay.
Ooh, shots fired.
Just kidding.
Literal.
Way to literally shoot ourselves in the foot there.
Wait, me going to be a teacher. Wait a minute.
No, this creature is a reptilian creature made of black shadow magic, green glowing eyes. That was an apt description. Ferocious, lean, and probably very, very quick. Out of character, I would definitely describe it as a small Godzilla.
Oh, sweet.
A small, thin Godzilla.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I literally was like, Godzilla, when I saw that, but...
Yeah, one thing, going back into character, one thing that kind of sets off Qatar is the green eyes. I'm going to ask, do you think it's of a necromancer's doing?
It's possible. It uses some form of shadow magic, I guess. It is shadow. I don't know. It's a shadow creature of sorts. Could be a necromancer's doing. We've seen that
Could be a
before
vessel.
with necromancers dealing with shadows and ghosts and the like.
This is very true.
I don't know. All I know is that thing is fucking terrifying.
Have we come across shit like this where it was a wizard or a magic user that was responsible for fucking with things?
I mean, yeah, you guys have dealt with wizards, warlocks, and whatever that summon other worldly beings to do their bidding. But this particular creature does not ring any bells for any of you.
Okay.
There is no evil greater than man.
I'm just going to stare at Kagami when he...
You would,
I know.
you would actually, as soon as you look over at Kagami, you would just see, His plate is like slightly rattling on the countertop, and the door leading out of the tavern has just closed.
God damn it,
he's just
he ate
out.
mine too. Do you have any more jerky?
Yes,
Can I have some, please?
I suppose.
So stingy with your fucking jerky.
Well, one of us is just a bottomless pit of food.
Okay, but I can eat that slice of jerky and be full for the rest of the day. I'm not that bottomless pit.
Kagami's gonna open up the door to the tavern. Hey, are we killing this thing or what?
And like
And
I'm
then closes it again.
as Patch like passes me the jerky, I'm like sneaking it behind my back so Kagami doesn't see.
Did you eat 4 portions?
I think he did. No, because he probably did because Katara ate one.
I ate one.
If you ate 4 portions, then I'll just leave. But if you ate 3, then I'll grab my food.
Wow.
I grab one of because I ordered some ale for us too. I'll grab one and I'll just chug it again, and just slam it back down and then leave.
All right.
All right, and I'll write down a note that you guys have the dream catchers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably take note of that for yourselves as well.
Dream
Yeah, I
catcher.
imagine them as like things we could hang around our necks and they rest on our chest. Is that cool with you, or are they bigger than that?
Yeah, you could request smaller ones that would fit on
You
your
know what?
chest.
I'll take a moment and I'll take some leather cord and I'll attach it to my jacket so it's on the back.
Okay.
Just
That's
kind of like
exactly what I was
like in
gonna
the
do.
center of my like trench coat. There's just like this dream catcher that I've used leather cord to kind of like wrap it onto it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can kind of make like a dream catcher harness almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And if all of you want to do that, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do something similar, but
Yeah.
lashing it
Yeah,
to
they'll
the front
they'll
of my
just be
shield.
a modest size, like a 8 to 10 inch diameter, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
So not super huge.
huge dream catcher.
I mean, some of them are like massive.
I've seen big.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I've
for
seen
sure.
that.
I mean, generally, what I think of as a dream catcher is like roughly a foot
Oh, really?
in diameter to like 2 feet.
That's dope.
Really?
I mean, that's
The one
just
that
like
I
bigger ones that
still
I've seen
have.
in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah,
Well,
these are a little bit smaller than
Yeah.
yeah, but it'll work still. Okay, cool.
Dope.
Yeah, Kagami would be unhitching his horse outside, getting ready to mount.
Yeah, so
Try not to eat it.
Yeah, as you guys step outside after putting these dream catchers on, you notice that the effects are greatly diminished from the air around you. Like it still is kind of there a little bit, but it's greatly diminished.
Okay.
Okay, cool. What would you guys like to do?
Well,
Do we want to go to the outpost or head north?
Or do we just want to go
Directly.
right to it? I
so
think if we
this guard, I'm guessing, is probably the one that escaped on her henchman's horse, right? Or is this
They did. Nobody has confirmed that, but I can see how that could be a conclusion that
an
you
assumption
could
of
come to.
mine?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to make that my assumption right now because I mean it's logical, and that's just what I'm going to go to. It could be wrong, but that's what I'm going to assume right now.
The two different stories definitely
Yeah,
allude to that.
I'm saying that they line up. Whether or not it's true, that's what I'm going to say is definitive fact to you guys. I don't know if you noticed, but I cast to detect thoughts in the tavern to understand and get a deeper look into what was going on. That's how I was able to see the creature and see what it actually looked like. And there was a guard they mentioned. The innkeeper mentioned. I assume this guard is the same one that escaped on the horse that she described in her story. But I don't know if any information can be gathered from a man who's insane.
It depends what caused the insanity.
I know,
If it's a curse, I can help.
I know, but
If it's
my
a
worry is
fracture of the mind, then he's lost.
based on that image that I saw. I don't understand how it couldn't be a fracture of the mind. Normal people bend to these sorts of things. We've seen it before. My worry is if we take too much time here, then we will be affected by this curse just like them. What use are we then?
This is a salient point. Well, I am up for either. But staying here, I very much like to leave this place.
Yes, I agree. We need to move. So I will leave it to the three of you to vote whether or not we visit the guard. Or not. Although Kagami seems to just be over there waiting on his horse, so... Kagami, what do you think?
Let's just find the source of this thing and kill it. End it.
So that's one. What
I'm
do you
kind of
two
with
think?
that. Qatar can get behind that.
Wise enough.
All right. Then I say we press on. I don't think there's more to gain here.
Yeah, I'll go get the horse for Davidge and I.
I'll like, as he goes to leave him, like, I could, thank you. You didn't have to get that. I could have gotten that. While he sighs literally a heavy sigh of relief that he doesn't have to try and lead this horse back over here.
I'm just thinking about the cliff, that's all.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna head straight for the cursed city and
Straight north.
I think so. What time of day is it?
we'll say it is probably about 4 p.m.
Okay. And it's overcast, right? Like it's foggy.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's
cloudy.
kind of gloomy. It's a fall day, so there's the leaves are all fallen from the trees. It's
Very unlike the wonderful day that we have today.
right.
And I'm flying in a basement.
Yeah, it's beautiful outside as we're recording.
Yeah. It hurts.
A little bit.
It hurts.
In our parents' basement. Just kidding.
No, this is my basement.
I mean, it is my daddy's basement.
I hate that.
man.
No, my dungeon daddy.
That doesn't help.
It does a little. Would Daddy Master be better?
All right. So I think
Oh,
this
God.
is a good place to stop for this episode. Is that correct?
Yeah, this sounds good. It's been about an hour of good recording time. So yeah.
All right, guys. So we will pick up next time with you guys heading on your horses off to this cursed land to the north.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know where we're going. We know what we
I
got to
fucking
do.
hate that you're Goku. I fucking hate it. Oh God.
Oh man.
I'm not
Goku
trying to.
doesn't use
I'm
weapons.
actually not even trying to like emulate Goku. Just like a bloodlustful, energetic fighter.
Okay, so Piccolo.
I don't know. A little, maybe Vegeta too. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of everything. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you guys next episode.
See you.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh.
Nope. Yeah. Sorry. I was like, just like it's titled "Sweet Dreams." I'm like, oh god.
No.
Bronson, you're good.
Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, ba. Okay.
Oh gosh, she's mute. Oh,
He picked the wrong time
He
to.
deafened, and now he's not looking at the screen.
Everyone, just flick off Bronson. Flip off Bronson. There you go.
Bronson, you're good now.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Patches was right behind you.
You picked the worst time to freaking look down at the floor and scratch your nuts. Because I guarantee that's what you were doing just
Now
now.
he just scratched its face. That's all. Going
And
back
his
to an
nuts.
unaired conversation.
No, this is staying in now.
No, yeah, no.